So November 19th through 21st is going to be Disney's D23 Expo. Now, we just wrapped up FanDome. And if history shows us anything, is that Marvel and Disney is going to always try to one-up DC and Warner Brothers. And the only winner is the fans. It was amazing how last year after FanDome, and this was months after, because FanDome last year I think was back in June maybe, and then months went by and then D23 came out and it was just so much news that came out, so much. And if they're going to do the same thing this year, I can't wait, because like I said, the people who win are the fans. We're the winners, and I am definitely looking forward to see what D23 is going to bring us in November. I'm excited. It's a good time to be a fan. The nerds are winning right now, people. What a time to be alive, right? Ladies and gentlemen, blurds and nerds, freaks and geeks, this is Do You Speak Geek, episode 98. Welcome everyone. This is DYSG. I am your host, Nix, and this is the podcast that brings you all the latest news and reviews from the geek and nerd realm. Shout out to everybody who has been rocking thus far, all of the subscribers, all the listeners. I love y'all. Thank you so much for making DYSG what it is, and for all the new subscribers and listeners, welcome to Do You Speak Geek. You're probably listening on Spreaker. That is the home team. Shout out to Spreaker. But if not, we are on all major podcast outlets. So wherever you get your podcasts, please be sure to subscribe to Do You Speak Geek and let your boy know what you think. DoYouSpeakGeek.com, the central place for everything DYSG. We have the blogs. We have merchandise. We just launched our Blurred Day initiative. So please go to DoYouSpeakGeek.com/Blurred Day. Pick up a tee, pick up a sticker, and let's celebrate Blurred Day this December 7th, people. It's a day for the blurds. Let's celebrate this thing. Let's celebrate our blackness and our nerdiness at the same time. Yes, let's do this. Follow us on social media, Facebook at DYSGFB, Twitter at DYSG_tweets, and Instagram and TikTok at Do You Speak Geek. The YouTube channel is the only place where you can find the Dono and Daddy Show. Please be sure to subscribe, like, Hulk, smash that bell for all notifications, and leave comments. We want to know what you guys think. No secret to what the big story was this week, but we're going to hop into the reviews and then we're going to get into it. So let's do what we do about this time, people. Let's speak geek.
Suit up.
I want to be the very best.
Talk nerdy to me.
All right, people, we got one quick review coming at you at rapid fire. This is the review for Back for Blood, an amazing exclusive Xbox game. Stellar card augmentations, excellent campaign, and jovial tone that creeps into every facet of its design. Back for Blood puts some exciting new spins on a familiar genre. Its flippant difficulty spikes and unbalanced versus mode proves not every experiment works out, but the co-op zombie fighting game manages to forge its own identity. Back for Blood confidently marches to the beat of its own tune rather than lifelessly shamble after distant memories. Amazing game. I only wish I was an Xbox guy so I can experience it myself, but maybe there's a friend of mine out there who has that game, who is willing to let me know. Slide through and clicky clack clack on some zombies. I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys. DC FanDome 2021. Let's go. DC Comics fans are getting Green Lantern, Super Sons, and more animated films in 2022. DC FanDome revealed Catwoman Hunted would be one of the center of the animated slate for next year, but the rest of the DC universe would not be far behind. Green Lantern, Beware My Power was announced along with Battle of the Super Sons. Younger fans aren't going to be left out of fun with Teen Titans Go and DC Superhero Girls Mayhem into the Multiverse. DC Showcase is going to bring us Constantine, House of Mystery, and will play host to a bunch of animated shorts centered around the titular Hellblazer series. And if that wasn't enough, DC is also rolling out a 4K Ultra HD release of Batman The Long Halloween Deluxe Edition. That version of the animated film will kick in the action of an R rating and will also connect the two halves of the film for easier viewing. DC animation does not miss, people. And I'm personally excited for the Green Lantern Beware My Power. I hope and pray that this is a kickoff to them building toward Blackest Night. I hope and pray that's what it is. Super Sons should be dope. The Catwoman movie looks interesting. The Teen Titans Go and DC Supergirls should be very, very fun to watch with the kids. And I hope DC animation keeps on knocking out the park, man, like they always have been. Now, we finally gotten a first look at Dwayne Johnson's The Rock debut in DC Universe through the first look at Black Adam. Shown off at FanDome, the footage begins with a massive explosion and an ominous figure in a black coat. A soldier is quickly reduced to ash. He was killed. And the rest open fire. The figure catches a bullet in midair. The figure begins to rise, and at that moment we get a glimpse of the iconic Black Adam symbol. The Rock looks amazing in his costume. I can't wait for a trailer because I'm definitely interested to see what the rest of the JSA suits look like. I think Pierce Brosnan is going to kill it as Dr. Fate, and I cannot wait. But yeah, the suit so far, Rocky, if you're listening, bro, it's dope. It's dope. Now, we didn't get a first look at Batman Caped Crusader. However, we did learn about the upcoming series, and it's going to be an adult-themed, authentic 40s style setting, modern approach to inclusivity, and how it will change familiar characters. In a video presentation, Bruce Timm, J.J. Abrams, and Matt Reeves, as well as co-producer James Tucker, explained their vision for the show. Timm, who created Batman the Animated Series, thank you for that, Bruce Timm, gave a simple log line: it's more Batman. The animated series, the Batman series, is, while we didn't really get an individual storyline for the first season, we do know that the show will be set around a version of Batman who is entirely on his own in his fight against crime. As Reeves put it, there is no Justice League, it does not exist, there aren't any other superheroes, it's just Batman. I like that kind of Batman. You're watching this lone figure swimming through the cesspool of Gotham. It's Batman all by himself. And to make things more difficult, this is also a version of Batman who hasn't yet poured his wealth into gadgetry. So he's going to be a very low-tech kind of Batman. As he develops as his character, we'll start to see the introduction of those gadgets, and audience can begin to see how he developed that mobile to using different prototypes. That part of the series is going to be very, very fun to watch. But to cap things off, Batman won't have any of his many non-superhero friends to help either. Not even his relationship with Gordon will be how we've always seen him. We don't know that Commissioner Gordon's going to be Batman's ally or not. Nothing is assumed. This is going to be dope. I definitely love this gritty, grimy approach that they're going to take to Batman with this series. I can't wait to see what they're going to do, and I have high hopes. But it's Bruce Timm, so I think this is going to pay off. So can't wait for this one. Yo, Milestone Media. That's all I got to say. Milestone Media. They kicked it off something lovely. Static and his fellow Dakotaverse heroes are returning to the small screen for a feature-length animated movie. Come on now, y'all. We're getting a Milestone movie. We're getting a Milestone movie. Hardware Season 1, Brandon Thomas is currently writing the screenplay, which will feature an ensemble cast of Milestone heroes like Static, Hardware, and Icon. No title, no release date, or voice cast has been revealed as of yet. The presentation for Milestone also shed light on the future of the comic book imprint. A new Blood Syndicate series is in the works, hallelujah, for 2022, along with a new wave of Season 2 comics to follow up for the initial Season 1 stories. In general, fans can expect more of an interconnected approach going forward, with the heroes from one series appearing more frequently in others. Dennis Cowan also revealed his cover art for the Milestone Compendium Volume 1, a 1,300-page graphic novel that will collect the first 8 to 12 issues of several classic Milestone titles like Static, Blood Syndicate, Hardware, and Icon. The book is being released as part of DC's Black History Month celebration in February of next year. Announced during the FanDome event, the comic giant is launching a new program to help diverse creators expand. Milestone is launching a new initiative called the Milestone Initiative to educate and empower black and diverse creatives. DC is collaborating with Warner Media, Milestone, and allies to bring this initiative to the next generation of creators, with an aim to identify, support, and elevate emerging diverse writers and artists with the comic book industry. The Milestone Initiative gives fans in the U.S. the opportunity to apply for the Milestone Initiative Development Program, which includes a 1-week in-person training seminar in DC's Burbank, California offices, followed by an 8-week virtual technical training course through the prestigious Kubert School, where participants can hone their storytelling skills and become part of the next wave of great comic book writers and artists. The Milestone Initiative is the inaugural program from DC's Next Generation DC, a talent recruitment, mentoring, and developing program designed to increase access and opportunities for writers, illustrators, and creatives for underrepresented communities across the globe to contribute to DC comic book content, expand representation, and tell authentic stories from some of the most recognizable characters in comics. That is amazing to me. The fact that we have an opportunity now to get our stories out there and maybe even get our ideas to these characters that we love so much. The Milestone Initiative is definitely something that I will be throwing my name in the hat for. So if you see me in them streets and my name on your favorite comic book, just be sure to say, hey, I know that guy. That's Nick's. Gotham Knights has gotten a new story trailer and a behind-the-scenes featurette. Now, unfortunately, after a recent delay in 2022, we didn't get a new release date and not any really new footage. It was originally shown last year at FanDome, but however, the new story trailer shows Nightwing talking to Penguin, who explains that the Bat family, Nightwing, Batgirl, Robin, and Red Hood, don't stand a chance in Gotham being run by the deadly secret society, the Court of Owls. The trailer goes on to show action scenes featuring the entire Bat family, multiple Talons, and some intriguing locations featuring dungeon-like traps, scattered bones, and a mysteriously placed bat symbol. Gotham Knights creative director Patrick Redding explains that Talons have been designed in wildly different ways, designed to get players to choose different gear to beat them more effectively. Like I said, this game is definitely a highly anticipated one, but I definitely need to. I want to know more. I want to know if this will be something I can just drop in and drop out for characters. Can I pick who I want? You know, is there DLC? Any other characters besides these 4? Is Batman even in the game? I mean, I want to know more about this game. So DC, give me more. I want to know more about Gotham Knights. More than a year after being announced, we've finally seen the first in-engine footage of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, which included a look at the versions of the game's Flash, Green Lantern, and Wonder Woman. Shown off at FanDome, a story trailer which didn't reveal a release date but did confirm it to come out next year, showcased the game's main characters being recruited from Arkham Asylum and sent to Metropolis by none other than Amanda Waller. However, the objective is changed to killing the Justice League shortly after their arrival. Interestingly though, we definitely see corrupted versions of Superman and the Flash and what may well be a corrupted Green Lantern, seemingly the Jon Stewart version. It seems as though Wonder Woman may remain uncorrupted as we see her fighting Superman along the way. LexCorp also appears to be a big part of the story in some regard, perhaps the source of the issues? Who knows? Also, there appears to be a version of the Batmobile which could hint at an appearance from Rocksteady's conspicuously absent Dark Knight. We do happen to see the Arkham game's Penguin though, who suffers an unfortunate prank that y'all just gotta see. It is hilarious. I can't wait for this game. It should definitely be one to remember. And hopefully there are more characters involved than just the first 4. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Deadshot, Harley, Boomerang, and King Shark, of course, but if we got more DLCs as far as other characters of Suicide Squad, that would be dope. Young Justice Season 4, Phantoms. It kicked off a little early. We actually have the first 2 episodes available right now on HBO Max. And we're going to be getting a new episode every Thursday from this point going forward. Now, while we definitely didn't get any definitive story details, we saw plenty of hints toward the season's plot lines, with the sidekicks being left to become their own heroes, romances blossoming, and Superboy seemingly going a little over the top with the violence at some point. So it looks like he's gonna ditch the Kent and really go full Luther at some point in this game. And I mean, sorry, in this show. Yeah, it's about time. I want to see Superboy go off a little bit, you know? I mean, he can be squeaky clean at some points, but I need to see him go off just one time. That's just me. Shazam! Fury of the Gods has revealed its first footage showing off the Shazam family in action and new villains being played by Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu. Dope, right? Behind the scenes shots and what seemed to be final footage was shown. We also learned that the movie has now finished shooting and has been billed as a more of a spectacle than the first movie. The story will see the Shazam family balancing a normal life while being superheroes before two goddesses, Hesper and Calypso, visit the world and cause trouble. The movie will seemingly delve deeper into Greek lore, while minotaurs, harpies, and dragons making an appearance, while locations include Athens, Philadelphia, the Library of Eternity, and the Realm of the Gods. I definitely can't wait to see this movie. It's going to be very interesting. Shazam, the first movie, didn't make a whole lot of money, but fans absolutely loved the movie, and I really want to see how it's going to tie into Black Adam. The Blue Beetle got an update at FanDome as well when the company revealed the concept art for the live-action movie suit. The art was revealed during a live interview discussion of the FanDome panel, and it's going to have an exclusive HBO Max premiere. The film has cast Zolo Manuranda from Netflix's Cobra Kai, and DC's first Mexican-led superhero movie is going to be hitting HBO Max. The studio also tapped Charm City Kings director Angel Manuel Soto as a director working off of a script of Gareth F. Duncan Alucard. The film will follow Mexican-American teen Jaime Reyes, the third person to don the Blue Beetle title. Yo, Jaime is my dude. I can't wait to see this film. This is gonna be it's gonna be so fire. I just know I'm not even really a really big Blue Beetle fan, but this movie is gonna be fire. I already know, bro. I cannot wait for this one. Warner Brothers and DC also have new story details and a first look at the Batgirl film and suit. The announcement was made during the Batgirl panel at FanDome. In terms of story, writer Christina Hodges from Birds of Prey and Bumblebee describes what we can expect from the story. What's funny about Barbara Gordon and Batgirl is that in this story, she's discovering Batgirl for the first time. So she's getting to explore a duality she's always had in her personality, but it's this whole new side of her personality, a side that's more daring and slightly less normal of her that we just get to have fun with and play with. We definitely are going to see a new suit. She's definitely going to have red hair. And, the Batgirl movie's going to be good. Don't sleep on it. Don't throw it away because of the casting either. Racist. The Monkey Prince has made its big debut in DC's Festival of Heroes, the Asian superhero celebration, and now the character is getting a brand new series. DC's Monkey Prince will get his own 12-issue series starting in February of 2022. And to celebrate the announcement, DC has also revealed new covers by Bernard Chang, Stanley Artaman Lau, and Zhao Dao. And they went even further and revealed some awesome new character designs that you can check out online. The new Monkey Prince series will start on the Lunar New Year, which is February 1st. But if you don't want to wait until then to try it out, fans can read a new short story titled Apocalypse in the Heavenly Realm, completely free right now on DCUniverse.com. I don't know much myself about the Monkey Prince, but from what I can see and understand, it's definitely an awesome story, and I'm definitely gonna give it a go. I'm gonna definitely read this first issue and tell you guys what I think about it. During the hour-long DC Kids FanDome presentation, the first footage of the League of Super Pets movie was finally revealed, along with confirmation that the full trailer for the film will debut in November. While the Super Pets getting their own feature film and recently announced video game may seem strange, the movie has an absolutely stacked cast providing the voices of characters. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is starring in the film as Krypto the Superdog, the canine pal of Superman. Kevin Hart, Johnson's friend and frequent collaborator, will be voicing Batman's four-legged friend Ace the Bat-Hound. The cast of DC League of Super Pets includes Keanu Reeves, Kate McKinnon, John Krasinski, Vanessa Bayer, Natasha Lyonne, and Diego Luna. Mark Marone has a role voicing Superman's arch nemesis Lex Luthor. This is going to be funny as hell. I just got a feeling it's going to be way more funny than we expect it to be. I'm going to be in there day one, absolutely. While keeping up with kids, Bat Wheels, an upcoming preschool series, will follow a group of sentient superpowered vehicles that fight crime in Gotham City. And no, they're not Batman and Robin as cars, they're Batwheels. They're just sentient superpowered crime vehicles. So alongside fighting with the heroes themselves, we have led by Bam, Batmobile, the Batwheels, BB, the Batgirl Cycle, Red, the Red Bird, Jet, the Batwing, and Buff, the Bat Truck. And they're navigating the growing pains of being a newly formed superhero team, as well as the growing pains that just come with being a kid. So it's definitely very kid-centric and kid-friendly. Definitely something that we definitely want to have the kids look at and enjoy themselves and just get all up in that DC goodness, right? The Aquaman The Lost Kingdom segment was led by a behind-the-scenes sizzle reel that reintroduced fans to the stars of the upcoming film, including the smoldering Jason Momoa, who will return as Aquaman, and Yahya Abdul-Mateen, who returns as Black Manta. Momoa says the stakes are much higher for this film. While there is no footage for the film just yet, director James Wan says the tone of the sequel is definitely more mature than the first movie. There were some production stills that show off some freaky creatures like giant grasshoppers and some undersea oddities. James Wan also says, I think it's something that's a big part of who I am. It just naturally comes out in these kind of films, you know, the freaky stuff. And especially a movie like Aquaman, where the story takes place in the underwater worlds, that can be very, very scary. If it's anything like the first one, it should definitely be good. If they're really gonna dial the whole creep factor a notch, hey, let's go for it. Warner Brothers has revealed the first trailer and release date for Peacemaker. John Cena is going to be playing the Peacemaker character for the HBO Max series, which will debut on January 13th of next year. The announcement was made during FanDome, where Matt Miller said, with the action and the spectacle and emotion and the comedy, there's also like this workplace comedy at the center of it, all about all these characters to come together. It's like The Office, but a superhero show. HBO Max described the show as Peacemaker will explore the origins of the character that John Cena first portrayed in James Gunn's 2021 The Suicide Squad, a compellingly vainglorious man who believes in peace at any cost, no matter how many people he has to kill to get it. This is gonna be hilarious. I cannot wait. Yo, I seriously think John Cena missed his calling being a 16-time world champion. He should just went into comedy because the dude is hilarious in everything that he is in. I cannot wait to see this show. It is going to be a trip and a half. The CW debuted its first teaser trailer for Naomi, the live action series that is poised to hit the network next year. The footage showcases what audience can expect from Naomi McDuffie, a relatively new but fan favorite character created by Brian Michael Bendis, David F. Walker, and Jamal Campbell back in 2019. Television series, which began being written and executive produced by When They See Us, Ava DuVernay, and Arrow writer Jill Blankenship, will follow Naomi's journey after a massive supernatural event shakes her world and her hometown to the core. And once she starts investigating what happened, her world will experience some shakeups as well. If you all read Naomi, this is going to be great. Warner Brothers, DC, and Spotify announced the final casting for its upcoming series, Batman Unburied, the new podcast. DC FanDome Newsflash revealed Gina Rodriguez is playing Barbara Gordon in this psychological thriller from David S. Goyer. Barbara Gordon is the daughter, of course, of Jim Gordon and a star detective of the Gotham City Police Department. According to the details provided by the studio, Barbara will grapple with her ethics as she tries to keep within the lines of police work, yet finds herself drawn to Batman's vigilante justice. She will be joining Winston Duke, who will be the voice of Bruce Wayne and Batman. A new podcast to listen to, and it's DC based. Yeah, I'm in. Sign me up. Definitely gonna listen to this one. Can't wait to find out when it's gonna be released though. Now, we've not only got our first look at the Flash solo movie, but we also got a tease of Michael Keaton's Batman and Batmobile. Yo, this was so good. Okay, so it was shown at FanDome, right? Flash star Ezra Miller introduced our first look at the Flash, saying the movie will hit theaters next year. In the footage, we saw a few shots of what Wayne Manor looks like. We also saw a look at Keaton's cowl as Batman looked out over the Batcave. The sneak peek then cut to Miller's Barry Allen, who's joined by another Barry Allen, also being played by Miller, and was joined by Sasha Cale's Supergirl. The trailer ends with the Flash pulling the cover off what looked like Keaton's iteration of the Batmobile. Touted as a version of the classic DC Flashpoint story, the story will apparently restart everything in the DC cinematic universe. Alongside Miller, we'll be getting Kayla as Supergirl, Keaton as Batman, and also Ben Flack as a whole other Batman who did not appear in the first look trailer. At this point, I don't know which versions of Batman Affleck and Keaton are playing. If you've read Flashpoint, you know that at some point we run into Flashpoint Batman, and that is not Bruce Wayne, that is Thomas Wayne, and that's going to be very interesting to see that particular Batman show up. And finally, while we're on the subject of Batman, we got a new trailer for the Batman. Director Matt Reeves and actors Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz unveiled the new trailer. The Batman is set during the Caped Crusader's second year as a crime fighter. It's a noir mystery thriller that sees Batman investigating a series of high-profile murders committed by the Riddler, aka Edward Nashton. Batman is working alongside his Gotham police ally James Gordon, played by Jeffrey Wright. Batman's investigation sees him cross paths with cat burglar Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman, while also coming to terms with a possible deeper tie to the Riddler's crime spree. The heat between Batman and Catwoman is very much on display in the trailer, especially when they engage in a steamy rooftop exchange. The Batman also includes Andy Serkis as Alfred Pennyworth, Colin Farrell as Oswald Cobblepot, aka the Penguin, and Peter Sarsgaard as Gotham DA Gil Colson. The trailer reveals Serkis' Alfred also having a scar around his eye, while Farrell's Oz is seen sporting a penguin-esque tuxedo at one point. The trailer also shows more of the Batmobile in action and also reveals the Bat Signal. The Riddler is clearly trying to draw Batman into his crusade to expose Gotham's dark secrets that may tie into the history of the Wayne family itself. At one point, Bruce even scrawled down, "The sins of my father?" Is this a master plan on the Riddler's part? Does he already know who Batman is but has a much larger objective to achieve? Batman Bruce Wayne's character's rage is on full display throughout the trailer, to the point where even Catwoman looks unsettled by his violence as he bashes a thug's face. And even as regular Bruce Wayne, Pattinson's Bruce seems edgy and disturbed. It doesn't seem like Bruce Wayne has devised a playboy Bruce Wayne persona yet to hide behind. But the biggest takeaway from all of this is that we finally have a release date. The Batman will be in theaters on March 4th, 2022. That is your FanDome news. How are you guys feeling? Are we ready for all this DC greatness coming up soon? I know I am. Let's hop into my favorite portion of the show. Y'all know the vibes. Source Wall.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Behold the Source Wall.
Can you read, my son?
Well, that depends.
There is nothing wrong with reading a story and looking at the pictures.
Enough said, Stan. Let's hop right into it. The pull list this week: Gunslinger Spawn #1. Introducing the launch of the second new monthly title spinning out of the Spawn universe with one of the most popular characters in the entire Spawn mythology. This book contains 3 separate gunslinger stories, each taking a look at his journey throughout time from the Wild Wild West to the 21st century. Will his 200-year-old past come back to haunt him as he navigates the strange world of 2021? Get ready for the past and the present to collide in this new ongoing title. Hell yeah, Gunslinger Spawn, let's go. Let's go. I'm telling y'all, I say it all the time on this podcast, if y'all are not reading Spawn, y'all are losing right now, seriously. Nubia and the Amazons #1. Heck yes, let's get Nubia her book. With the unexpected arrival of new Amazons, our hero is forced to reckon with her past and forge a new path forward for her sisters. Little does she know, a great evil grows beneath the island, and it's up to this former guardian of Doom's doorway to unite her tribe before paradise is lost forever. I'm excited about this one. It's about time we do give Nubia her flowers. Let's get it going. White, number 5. President Man makes a gamble to win his war against X and Juncture, but the stakes get even higher once his son Thaddeus ups the ante. With an upgrade to his suit, he may just have the power to do what his father could never do: destroy all empowered blacks. This book is so racist, but it's so good. Definitely peep White if you aren't reading it now. Definitely peep that book out. The United States of Captain America, number 5. This is the last one. After the SHIELD thieves free a deadly villain, Bucky Barnes teams up with an Air Force intelligence officer who might know how to recapture the villain, while John, Sam, and Steve give pursuit. When his allies run into trouble, Bucky is forced to face his complicated feelings about taking up the mantle of Captain America again. The Captain's Network band together in one last epic battle to keep the shield from being used for nefarious purposes. Don't miss this pulse-pounding finale of this groundbreaking miniseries. Should be good, hopefully it ends well, and we'll see what goes on from there. King Spawn, number 3. New fan favorite creative team Lewis and Fernandez continue their dark trek into a world beginning to come undone at the seams. Enemies have begun to unite as the battle for the gates of hell continues to escalate. And Kincaid is back, but what does he want? And what role does he need Spawn to play in his creation of a new world? Again, more Spawn, more dopeness, get it to it. Eat the Rich, number 3. Still uncertain about what she saw in Pip's office, Joey confides in Kitty, but Kitty's response only confuses her more, leaving Joey with no choice but to play along with the family. Until 4th of July, when at a party, Joey suspects what she thought she saw then is happening again. Can Joey come to terms with what she really saw happening in Ancestral Bluffs? And can she walk away alive? Ooh. Hey, let's go. The Death of Doctor Strange, number 2. Rest in peace, Stephen Strange. With the Sorcerer Supreme gone, so too are Earth's magical defenses. Now the rest of the Earth's heroes have their hands full with multiple invasions from other dimensions. Some are familiar, but some are new and frightening. Meet the 3 mothers. Ooh, man, this book here, good God. And finally, These Damn Kids. Nah, that's really the name of the book, These Damn Kids. In a small town in Vicksburg, Mississippi, the children have been acting strange. There have been reports of parents being attacked by their very children they raised. Some have even gone to school to try and kill the teachers and faculty. The town sheriff has brought in a young rookie cop. What is this cop going to? I hope this cop is coming with a belt, maybe even a switch, extension cord, because these kids, they need to be whooped. These damn kids. I love the title of that book. So definitely pick all those up this week at your local comic book store. In Source Wall news, what bigger story than this? DC's new Superman comes out as bisexual. Jonathan Kent, the son of Clark Kent and Lois Lane and the hero serving as Superman in DC's main publishing line, will come out as bisexual in the upcoming Superman Son of Kal-El number 5 from writer Tom Taylor and artist John Timms. This comes on the heels of a similar announcement by Tim Drake, the Robin, who headlined his own solo title for a decade. Now, with Drake, Jonathan Kent, and Wonder Woman, each member of DC's Trinity has a major bisexual character in their family. The issue that tells the story will be released in November, but the announcement dropped earlier this week in honor of National Coming Out Day. John Kent's new romantic interest is reported by Jay Nakamura, per statement of DC, following a scene where Superman mentally and physically burns out from trying to save everyone he can. Jay is there to care for the Man of Steel. Now, I'm not sure what a human's gonna do as far as helping a Kryptonian, but if y'all like it, I love it. Like I've always said, if it's not gonna add to the story, don't add to the story. But if it's a love interest and it actually helps the story move along, hell, put it in there. Let's go for it. And finally, in Source Wall news, oh my God, Marvel brings back X-Men legend Chris Claremont for new stories. Chris Claremont is coming back to X-Men? What? The definitive X-Men writer Chris Claremont is returning to the franchise in X-Men Legends 12. Claremont is teaming up with artist Scott Eaton to write a new story featuring Nightcrawler and Mystique. The story is set during Claremont's legendary 16-year run in writing X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, and serves as a prelude to his original run writing the X-Men spin-off series Excalibur. Nightcrawler and Kitty Pryde, who would go on to found Excalibur, are at the center. The story also involves Nightcrawler's estranged mother Mystique and Destiny, also at the heart of the new Inferno event. Top it all off, original Excalibur artist and co-creator Alan Davis provides the issue's cover. Y'all, Claremont is back in the building. Let's go. Let's go. It is amazing to see this, and I can't wait to read this one. I might just go pick up the last 12 just to get ready for Chris Claremont to come back up in the building. Let's get it. All right, people, let's watch this.
Watch this, y'all. Thunder! Thunder! Thunder!
Lannister always pays his debts.
Whoa, dude. I am the villain of the story.
All right, people, in your watch this news, one story pretty much. The new Hawkeye trailer was released. Next month, we will see the long-awaited premiere of the Hawkeye series, the 6-part limited series that will see the return of Jeremy Renner as Clint Barton and feature the debut of Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop. The first trailer for the series was released last month, and a new one just dropped, revealing that the first 2 episodes will premiere on the same day. Marvel tweeted, "Kick off the holidays with the first 2 episodes of Marvel Studios' Hawkeye and start streaming on November 24th on Disney+. So that's gonna be fun. I can't wait. I'm actually a big fan of Hawkeye, like on the low. Like a lot of people like really love the more superpowered and more prevalent people who are at the front. But I mean, I guess I'm a sucker for an Archer. But yeah, I can't wait to see what happens here. I hope Kate Bishop is just dripping with sarcasm. I can't wait to see this movie. This show is gonna be dope. I can't wait for this one. Now let's hop into some life.
Peace, love, and video games!
It's on like Donkey Kong.
That man is playing Galaga.
Okay, gamers, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order 2 might get revealed soon. Now, according to various reports and job listings, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order 2 is in development and has been since the original was released back in 2019. If this is true, it's likely not very far away from releasing, presumably on PS5, PC, and Xbox Series X, but possibly on PS4 and Xbox One as well. To this end, it could be revealed soon. Word that a new Star Wars game will be released in December sometime between the 14th and 21st is what we're looking at here. What this Star Wars game could be remains to be seen, but given all the aforementioned context, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order 2 is most likely one of the candidates. Of course, this could also be a small mobile or VR game, which Star Wars license has dabbed in recently. It could also be the rumored new Star Wars game from Quantum Dream, the developer behind Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human. It could also be the rumored video game adaptation of The Mandalorian, Star Wars Battlefront 3, or a remaster or re-release of an older Star Wars game. It could be all of these things, but Star Wars Fallen Order 2 seems the most likely based on what we got right now. I'm definitely down for a part 2 of this game. Part 1 was amazing. I would love to see the story of Cal told again, or just even more of what Cal's gonna do. You know, maybe he's an integral part of reforming the Jedi Order. Maybe he is gonna run into Luke at some point. He already ran into Vader. Let's get it. I'm with it. And finally, you nerds, let's mark out.
So what you gonna do?
Goodbye, and good night. Bang!
All right, you wrestling smarks, and for those of you who are WWE stans, bad news for you. WWE has reportedly canceled the TLC pay-per-view for this year. Now, with upcoming pay-per-view lineups being changed according to a new report from Dave Meltzer and Wrestling Observer Radio, following Crown Jewel on October 21st and Survivor Series at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, WWE originally intended to close out 2021 with a TLC pay-per-view on December 19th, reportedly set for Chicago. However, that show has now been canceled and WWE is instead going to focus on the WWE Day 1 event on New Year's Day at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta. Quote from Dave Meltzer reads, originally there was going to be a pay-per-view in Chicago at the Allstate Arena in mid-December, and the feeling is now that doing a 12 a year and a December pay-per-view will actually be January 1st in Atlanta. The idea of doing January 1st rather than do a mid-December. And then they're still going to do Royal Rumble's pay-per-view in January anyway. So a lot of people were wondering when they removed the December Chicago date from being a pay-per-view to being televised taping. Who's going to get a pay-per-view? The answer is there's no pay-per-view. So we are not getting a pay-per-view from WWE in December. I don't care. I'm fine with that. I'm sorry, but it's cool. Honestly, if they just really just got rid of TLC altogether and even got rid of the Hell in a Cell event, make the match the focus thing for when feuds get kind of big and not make it just some sort of a shtick you do every single year with no sort of specialness to it. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of it all together. That's how I feel. Well, all right, people, that is the pod. Thank you all for listening. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Again, thank you all for listening. Please follow this podcast, like this podcast, subscribe to this podcast. Let your boy know what you think about this podcast. Visit the website, doyouspeakgeek.com. Don't forget to hit that Blurred Day page. Get yourself some merch. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and TikTok. Check out our YouTube channel, like and subscribe to the videos there. As always, people, live to play to win to live. I speak geek. Do you speak geek?